Back in 2014 I published 2 videos regarding the Georgia Guidestones. I linked it back then to an outbreak of a deadly virus, and even to a monkey delivering it from Africa to the Western world. But I will not go down that rabbit hole now. Recently, after 42 years, the monument was destroyed. And there is much speculation as to the why. And most of the focus is usually on the so-called 10 Commandments that were displayed on the vertical slabs. However, the stone on the floor stated that these were guide stones to an age of reason. Note that it says to an age of reason, not for an age of reason. It is as if to say this will guide you from where you are into the age of reason. 42 years they stood. 42 is the number of completion in the Bible as the product of 6 and 7. 6 the number of man and 7 the number of God. But in occultism it signifies exalting man over God, or man becoming gods, as it puts 6 over 7, just as the number 13 does, the sum of 6 and 7. My speculation is that that age of reason has come. Man is ready to be as gods, Homo Deus, as Yuval Harari calls it. The guidance toward it is no longer required. It is upon us. And that brings me to another yet related topic. Jesus too spoke about the end of an age and the beginning of another one. But he did not call it an age of reason, but the worst time the world has ever seen since its beginning, or ever will. God has appointed that time from the beginning. As he says in Genesis 6 in verse 3, he would give mankind 120 years. And this double prophecy refers to 120 jubilees or 6,000 years. Unfortunately, man has lost count of the exact timing and year we are in. And again, much speculation there. There is no need to write all the theories about it in the comments. I'm aware of many of them. But the signs that Jesus gives and the reality around us make clear that we have arrived at the brink of the end of the age. The enemy knows sure enough to tear down the guide stones. It's ironically the Christians who are arguing, disagreeing and even denying. Jewish rabbis know that this year, 5782 on the Hebrew calendar, concludes a period of 7 years, a Shemitah. This can easily be found out by dividing the year by 7. If it results in a whole number, it is a Shemitah year. But 5782 is also divisible by 49, meaning that not only a new year, but a new Jubilee will begin when the year changes into 5873. And that will happen coming September 26-27 of this year 2022. On the feast that is commonly known as Rosh Hashanah, or Yom Teruah, or the Feast of Trumpets. Leviticus 25 verse 10 reads, "And ye shall hallow the 50th year, and proclaim liberty throughout all the land unto all the inhabitants thereof. It shall be a jubilee unto you, and you shall return every man unto his possession, and you shall return every man unto his family." The Jubilee is officially declared 10 days after Rosh Hashanah, on the feast of Yom Kippur, which will be October 5th this year. Leviticus 25 verse 9 reads, "Then shalt thou cause the trumpet of the Jubilee to sound on the 10th day of the 7th month. In the day of atonement shall you make the trumpet sound throughout all your land." Could it be that the age of reason is actually the new Shemitah? The 7 years of tribulation, preceded by the Feast of Trumpets, or even by the final trumpet on Yom Kippur. Could it be that we have concluded the 120 Jubilees of which God speaks in Genesis 6? It is very well possible and likely. Remember that we lost about 240 years in the Hebrew calendar because of a change made to it in order to make Bar Kokhba appear as the Messiah. This was around 133 AD. And there are some other changes and deviations that are not all that clear and make a precise calendar date difficult to determine. But the signs are clear, and the enemy seems to be convinced that this is it. And if you believe in a pre-tribulation rapture, as I do, it should get you very excited. If you don't believe so, fine. One thing is for sure, major changes are upon us, as the world has never seen before, and we must be ready. The trumpet will blow, and we shall be changed.